I've been filming skateboarding in the industry since I was 19 years old. I'm 47. I think one day I was just like, I don't know, Philly seems really fun and like magnetizing. So I don't know, my girlfriend was like, yo, get your GED and I'll let you move down here or whatever. So I doubled up on classes and got on the Greyhound bus the next day after I passed, and that was it. My girlfriend at the time, she got me a camera, or helped me pay for a camera, which never got the chance to pay her back, but I paid her back in love, so that's how that rolled.
Like right here, you got like some weird shit going on. If you
Alright, that's good, dude.
You're good.
I started working for Alien Workshop, and that was due to being around Ryan G and Josh Kalis and meeting Joe Castrucci, and really Josh and G put me on through Joe, and like they needed somebody to help film, and I was in Philadelphia, so they they hired me on the spot. Like, we need someone there. We got Brian Wenning and Anthony Papalardo, who are new kids that we're like idealizing to get on. They weren't even on yet. But they were just like, hey, we were just gonna need somebody to film, and there wasn't really much people around. And then I just started filming with them, and I learned a lot from Ryan G, who's a photographer in Philly, who also filmed as well. He was already working for like Trans World and already shooting photos of like a lot of the best people on the East Coast, and it'd be crazy to go to G's house and like see footage that he'd filmed, because he was already filming with like Tim O'Connor and Quim, and he's a Jersey dude, so he knew all them, but also filming with Josh and Rob Plowski. He was already in the mix with like the ill dudes filming. So when I went over, he kind of was like a mentor in a way, like, because I didn't really know how to do that much with the camera. Like, I had just got the camera, so I didn't really know how to use it. So when I first started filming, like, I didn't know how to do shutter, so it was always at 60. Yeah. And I just didn't know that much, and through him I learned that stuff. I mean, I learned a lot through my friends growing up in Syracuse, because we would make videos. Friend of mine, Goose, would make videos with all our friends in our zone, and then he would at the end of the year make a video, and we'd all go over and watch it, and it would be like a really fun feeling thing, because it was like, just us in a small town, and it wasn't like we were going outside of that. It was just like us in our town, and that was it. But it was pre like Instagrams and all the social media. It was like your small little world in the middle of nowhere, which like Syracuse was, but it felt like it was like just like, this is our life, you know what I mean? We didn't see that much out of it unless you saw skate videos, you know what I mean? So I started by getting a camera then and helping film those videos, and at the end of the year I would see like my stuff in a video that was all together in one. Yeah, when I moved to Philly, I just decided to start filming out there, because I had a camera that my grandmother got me, and I was like filming like Stevie and just kids that were down at Love every day. I kind of was like hanging out down there like I was hanging out at the Everson Museum where I grew up. It was like the same feeling, but it was just in the city that was like had a dominant scene. Like Philly was the shit. Like when I moved there, it was like because it was like had the strongest scene, and also it was just raw. There was City Hall Love and Municipal, and it just felt like New York when I first moved here. Like how it felt compared to Syracuse, it felt so big. Yeah. And then it got really small after 7 years. It like became like how Syracuse was, and then moving to New York was kind of like how Philly felt. Like it was like this gradual stepping stone.
Listen, it's about the money now. It's about the money. If you call your skateboards Blaze, and you work for somebody, and they put Blaze on their skateboards, and you work for them, and you don't have the copyrights for the Blaze, they get the money, and you don't get nothing.
Philly scene was just hot, and it got hotter while I was there, and I was just in the middle of it and grew into it, and I just I actually moved there to be with my first girlfriend at the time, and through that, all I had to do was like go skate there. I didn't have a job. I kind of just moved there, and my friend Ben went to UPenn, and we came up there to visit him, me and all my friends. And then visiting him, I met this girl, kept in touch with her when I went back to Syracuse, and then probably came down and kicked it with her again, and then came back home, and then I was like, I'm moving there. I had quit school. I was already like skating at the Everson every day with my other friends that had quit school, and we just kind of kicked it, and then
So this here is new filming tactics for the new millennium, which we've come upon. Today, things have changed. It's a new era in skateboarding, and I have to say it's a new era in life. All things is changing right now. You don't change with it, well, you're just gonna get left behind. And I think that I'm coming good along with all the changing.
Yeah, I met him because like I said, my friend Ben Dietz went to UPenn, and he knew everyone down at Love because he was already skating down there and socializing and just knew everyone. So when we pulled up with our crew, Ben introduced us to all the kids that kicked it at Love. And then from there, I knew them. And they were cool with us because we had a crew of like hodgepodge, like tough kids and like cool ass kids too. Like Syracuse scene, looking back, was like a dope scene anywhere else. It was just in the middle of nowhere. So like you didn't see things like you do now. Like all those kids would have been pro and sponsored, pretty much most of them. They were all really good and all had cool styles. And I don't know, Syracuse is hip, man. It's got something about it. I don't know. And I like recently met my dad's side of the family up there through 23andMe and like research, and it's been really cool to meet them. I have 3 half sisters, and they're like the coolest, and I have nieces that are older than me actually, because my dad was a lot older than my mother. But I've learned a lot about myself in this last year by meeting them, because it was like the one thing that was missing, I think, in my life, is knowing that side. So it's been a revealing aspect to my life, and it's been a really positive aspect to myself, and it just completes what I needed to know, I think, about myself.